Yeah. Yeah. Bounce. Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hellcase Cup. This is the third day. I think it's the final day for a little while. I think there's a little bit of break for the Mykonos games. Obviously, we don't want to steal their viewers away. That's totally what it is. I'm actually interested to see. I've been told. Okay, while the knife is on, no one cares about knife anyway. I think there's a way I can show the dynamic prize pool, which. It's actually quite ridiculous, because basically, if you don't know, this is quite a cool little idea. There's a couple of cases that you can buy, I think you just saw it on the little ad there, that actually put money into the prize pool. So the original prize pool, I think, was like, what, 10k? And it's already hit $18,391. So, nice little bonus for all of the teams, and I think it's a cool idea. Like, obviously, opening the cases, and you give money to the team. So, I like it. I could leave that up. I'm not going to, because I can't be bothered. But, yeah, obviously we are into the knife round, and it's been taken by Starladder. Now, this is going to be a fun game, because both teams are actually Academy teams. So it's the battle of the Academies. I think if I was going to bet on the main team to win, I would probably go Envy, but I'm actually starting to wonder whether the Team Spirit Academy is actually better than Team Spirit. Because Team Spirit have not been good, so it'll be interesting to see. I do think they're more of sort of like a puggy, like aimer sort of team where you just put a load of CIS talent together and just destroy them, but yeah, it should be pretty interesting. $8,000 of case openings on their website. I don't know. I don't do the maths. I just read what they put in. There's 8,000 has been added. I think it was a 10k prize pool. I could be wrong. I may just be making that up, but I'm pretty sure. And then I think of that extra money, 40% of it goes to the winners. Yeah, I read chat, because otherwise I get a little bit bogged down considering I'm solo casting. God, are you new around here? No, only for Hellcase. It's a little bit more chill, a bit more relaxing, and yeah, we're just gonna enjoy a bit of Counter-Strike. But, yeah, going into, of course, the pistol round, hopefully. No, never mind. Nickelback is having problems. Not only the band, but also the guy in-game. They're waiting in line to clubs. He'll never get in. I don't actually remember the rest. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics to that song. He wants to be a rock star, basically. I think that's the way it's working. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think both of these teams are sort of rising up as well. Like, I didn't get to see too much of EnVyUs until Gfinity, and I was like, oh, they're actually pretty good. They're not a bad team. They 16-0 Prophecy. I was like, ah, that's pretty impressive. Now we were talking... yeah. Talk about Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne's much better than Nickelback. I do think one of my favourite of, like, all of the memes that I got to witness over, like, the last year. It may have been longer than that, because I have no scale of time. But the Nickelback one, where it's just like, look at this graph. That got me so good. Like, I was laughing at that for weeks. And it still makes me laugh, even if I see it today. Because it's so stupid that it's funny. I don't know why. It's just anything is better than Nickelback. Yeah, that's fair. They're not great. They have a couple of alright songs. When Rockstar came out, I was like, yeah, it's not bad. I can listen to this. Had to Google it. Look at this graph. It basically is just, instead of look at this photograph, they just cut out the word photo and lengthen the word graph. And it is so funny. Because it's so stupid. And those are the sort of ones that make me laugh. Rather than ones where people are trying to make elaborate jokes. People watching some CS and talking about Nickelback. Time to leave. Bye! Goodbye. Might see you soon. The only reason I'm talking about Nickelback is because he's the one out of the server. And, waiting for him to come back. And I haven't actually seen too much of these two teams. But, love me some Nickelback people be hating. It's fine. Each their own. I like absolutely trash music anyway. I was just listening to Swish Swish Bish by, Katy Perry. So, you know. The remix, but still. Lamberts. Adam Lambert. Maybe. I don't know. I know there's Adam Levine. Right. Okay. It looks like we're getting into it. They are going to have a chance to maybe change their decisions of what they want to buy. Be a little bit sneaky. Katy Perry. Hey, she's very talented-ish. But here we go. We are going to be going into it. Bass with the classic smoking kit. Always important, especially over towards that B site, because the bomb plant, so likely. Molotov normally is something we see quite often, but actually the T side have not gone for it at all. They've got a singular smoke, which has already been released. And then they got the flashbangs. There's going to be a quick B rush. It's gone into the connector as well, which I like. Gives them a chance to actually get close with these pistols, which is where they become so much more deadly. However, only finding one kill. We'll see what this CT side can do. Haji is up close. A little bit of lag on the server, but it doesn't seem to matter for the players, which is the most important thing. It's only me that's lagging. Either though, the CT side are actually doing a bang-up job of getting back in. 3 kills already. Still have the kit and the smoke, although Luke is very low on HP, so they have to be wary of that. And the bomb has been ticking for quite a while. VKL and Petty Skell are going to be the last two left. Romy already taking down one. Luke's just gone for it. He's straight up defusing. It wouldn't have mattered even if they had got the other kills because the bomb was already done. And it is going to be the CT side, actually with a pretty impressive retake considering how bad that started. Adam Lambert was the guy from American Idol. I didn't even know American Idol was still a thing. I thought they gave up on that after they released the X Factor, the one with the chairs. Whatever country you're from's got talent, even though most of the time they don't. Either way, just a save round, and Luke, he had the chance for the beauty of that MP9 to be shown to the world. And instead, he gets headshotted. And actually, they've got 2 kills. This is already pretty successful from the T side, considering this is just an eco round. Lambert, he's got an M4. I don't think he'll have it for long. Actually gets a 3rd. Bass. What is going on there? Finally, somebody will end him, and they do retrieve both rifles at least. But, yeah, that's not the best round, as we said for the CT side. The T's doing a hell of a lot of damage and now have a decent opportunity to reset their economy as well. Since 2009. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not big on talent shows because I don't know. I only watch it for the people who are, like, mentally challenged, I guess. They're just like, my dad tells me I'm really good at singing, and then they sound like a cat. Romy is going to start things off nicely, though. They did a lot of damage in the last round, the T's, but if they don't convert it into a round here, it's going to be fairly meaningless. They've already lost the first man. Haji normally someone who can step up. What is going on? A bit of freezing. Still just patience from the T side, waiting for any sort of rotations. Well, it's like when Britain's Got Talent was won by a dog, and then the dog had a stunt double. I was just like, this is the saddest show ever. Here we go. Jax, entry onto the site, and a second with VKL confirming this round pretty much as it goes into a 4 versus 2. Nice entries onto the A site, very impressive. And leaving EnVyUs. Okay, he's made it a little bit more interesting. 3v2. coming out. Bass actually manages to even up the scoreline, so this is now possible for the CT side. They do have a kit, got a smoke as well. Different players, of course. Jax going to be going up above, gets spotted out, but doesn't get finished off. Lambert's position is known as well. It's coming close, but it's not quite there. Bass is just going straight for the defuse, and Lambert will not allow that to happen. 2-1, EnVyUs with some nice little entries over towards that A site. Will actually net them around, but it comes a little bit closer than they probably would have liked. And, well, now CT side of TS.Academy are actually going to have to invest, well, into what is a bit of a jumble buy. Aggressive push, though. 3 players making their way to upper B. They have been heard. Waiting will be Petty Skull, but he'll be waiting for a lot longer as he now has to sit out the remaining 1 minute 40 of this round. Nice start. Unfortunately, it is only a MAC-10 there. Have to be careful of the players behind VKL. Quickly able to even things up. And actually, now the T's might be tempted to actually push further towards that B side of the map. Especially after the aggression. If you don't see much more than normally you expect. There to be a rotation over towards the A side. From either team, in fact. CT side might expect that as well. And they've now got 3 players actually on the site itself, with only 1 defending. Bass with a Deeg. Gonna hear some footsteps. Hasn't actually warranted any sort of rotation. 45 seconds left on the clock. We pretty much have to do something nutty to be able to hold on to this round. The rotation has come in from Nickelback at least. He's going to be holding that upper portion to give a little bit more space, but he's got a lot to do still. Finds one. Can't quite get the second. Bass is up close, but a deagle there is not going to be the weapon of choice. And the bomb will be planted, but considering what was started with, what's remaining for the CT side isn't bad at all. EnVyUs, quick flank, enables a man advantage, in fact, for the CT side now. They don't have a kit, so they do have to get their running shoes on. Make sure that they clear out these players as quickly as possible. And Haji is actually completely in the wrong place. And he's going to be caught out. The smoke fading reveals him to the CT side. And Team Spirit manage to steal a round straight back. The T's, well, with a bomb plant, may be tempted to invest into this round. But it might actually be better just to try and save. How'd you get Nickelback? Yeah. T-side, going to invest a little bit. Quite a lot of utility, in fact. Haji actually going to go for a trusty MAC-10. See if he can make himself some extra money, do some damage along the way. Yet to actually see an AWP on the T side. Luke did have one briefly, but they lost that round, and, well, I think it was disposed of. Smoke tool ball. Aim of the game likely to be to try and get a bomb plant, boost your economy a little bit, and then try and fight from there. They're actually waiting quite patiently, maybe trying to sell it off as a fake. Here we go. Push in. Nickelback does get one, but he's quickly traded out. Bomb is going to be planted. I don't think there's anything that can be done by these remaining players, so that's already a pretty successful round. Now it's all about how much damage they can do. They're not going to be winning it, and, well, in the end, they actually only get themselves one. But, still, a pretty decent round coming out from EnVyUs. And, yeah, they should have a pretty reasonable buy going into the next round. Start. Petty Scale peeking down towards ramp, had 2 players waiting for him. Nickelback actually re-aggresses though. I'm not a fan of that. You have a man advantage, and you've just handed it away for very little reason whatsoever. And through the smoke goes VKL. And he gets a second on Romy, who's trying to trade. And that one peek coming out from Nickelback actually turns around on his head. 4v3. Luke does have his ult back in play. Still worried that there may be somebody over towards Electric, but it's not the case. These have actually fallen back, knowing when to keep their man advantage. Flashbang over towards Ivy, but there isn't anybody in this spot. Well, Luke is pretty much surrounded at this point. Got so many angles left to check. Scope will be heard as well. He's now left in the open, but he still manages one. Looks for a second, but he can't quite connect onto Lambert. Push. Gonna be coming back in. Still a 3v2. Rotation attempted to come back in through pop. There is a player waiting in the form of Lambert. It would have to be a pretty quick shot, but EnVyUs actually wins the battle. It's whether or not his teammate can now make the same sort of play. So low on HP is EnVyUs. Doesn't know there's a player above. VKL will finish him off, and Haji does the same. 4-2. EnVyUs get themselves back on the board, but it is going to be a bye. Maybe a bit of a weak one because of Luke's AWP purchase, but the rest of the team should be able to buy comfortably. Sheer aggression from the T side. I think they've tried to crack this open in a similar fashion to what we saw in the previous round. Haji not afraid, but maybe he should be. The bullets through the smoke take his head off, but in the meantime they push over towards this B side of the map. EnVyUs will at least keep the man advantage going for now. And Luke will confirm it with an extra kill onto Lambert. Now VKL trying to edge around that smoke, but EnVyUs has been a rock. Holding down the site, sits near the top of the board alongside Rummy. And only Jack's left. Going to be caught down to just 12 HP. Easy finish in the end. And Team Spirit, well, they've done it again. Reset onto the economy of EnVyUs, and it's not looking good. 5-2 already for the CIS, or Russian team. Again, it is going to be an investment. We got dual Berettas, a MAC-10, P250s, and a CZ. Envy forever pulling in these weird and wonderful buys. They've made it work before. I saw them win with 4 MAC-10s the other day just because they had a little bit of extra cash. Already, Haji is actually going to start things off. It's a quick trade. Jack still trying to make his way through connector. Has to be careful, but still wins the battle versus Luke. MAC-10 clearly OP. Now EnVyUs once again holding down the B side, but it's still going to be turned into a 2 versus 2. Bomb is going down on the site, so already a little bit of extra money made. But can they hold on? That's the real question. It's going to be very difficult. VKL smartly cleared out, but actually gets away with his life. Got to be careful as well, because there is a player coming in on the flank. I wonder if they'll just go for the defuse. Lambert already picking up one. Romy's just going for it, trying to hold on, and he should have it comfortably as well. Nothing that Lambert could do. He will close down the final player and make things very costly. But they're not going to have the round win to their name. I wonder, however, if they will actually opt to force. Lambert could drop a rifle. Jax can buy. VKL can buy without head armor. And the amount of damage they've just done, they may be tempted. Doesn't look like it, though. Gonna play it safe. Know they can buy into the next round anyway. Lambert still has the chance to do some extra damage. I think that's a reasonable decision. Make sure that you concentrate on your full buy rather than worrying so much about your opponent's economy. T-side looking to try make their push over towards Ivy. Bass can't see anything. They don't really have anyone near the angle. It is going to be Luke, and he completely whiffs the close-range shot. That's an AWP into the hands of Haji. VKL actually going to get another one. And this round has just been turned on its head. It's only pistols. 1 AK, which has now been dropped, but that's the bomb. A little bit of a problem for the T side as Bass manages one. But it's still going to be an advantage at the moment in terms of personnel for this T side. Problem is they don't actually know where the second player is. EnVyUs making his way back around. Hey, Yabba Dabba Splooge. Can they retrieve it? That's the question. Rommy's still just trying to hold back. Haji has an AWP and they tried to bait for the AWP. Quite a clever tactic. But, whoa, Haji does hit the shot. But EnVyUs now moving onto the site itself. They don't know where he is. Are they going to check the close angle? They are. Jax does it, but he gets both anyway. EnVyUs saves them again. Another big round individually for him. 13 and 4. But again, it's only one player. Well, in fact, 0 players from the CT side in the previous round. 1 player this round. And this is the perfect opportunity, as we saw early in the game, for the reset to come in. However, last time they failed to do it. Here we go. Aggression from Luke. He already picks one. But it is going to be traded back. Jax gets 2. Doubling down. There's still a third man over towards Ivy, which may not be expected. Not going to throw the close Molotov. This could be a freebie kill. Back in, but Haji checks the angle. Smart from him. A lot of the times you would not expect 3 people to push aggressive into Ivy. Nickelback caught from behind. And this is going to be the reset. Unless EnVyUs can do something ludicrous, and not this time. Haji, he gets his double as well. 7-3. Envy on the board. And it is just going to be a forced pistol buy coming out from Team Academy because they don't have the cash to do anything else. See what they can do with these pistols though. Of course, if Envy get this round, the next one should be for free, and that will leave them with 5 already on the T side, so they're not going to be too hard done by. Of course, if they somehow lose this round, well, they should still have money to purchase back up, but it would be a pretty poor situation considering what's currently on the table for the CT side. They are trying to be a little bit more aggressive than possibly we normally see. Alright, aggression in Pop Dog, close to main. A little bit of a peek coming in towards Ivy. The only passive player really is EnVyUs, and that's because he's alone. He's slowing around down quite a bit. We'll actually find Romy up close, so he's not going to have any impact in this round. Luke, however, will. The scout picks up 1. Not going to be traded out, but there's a lot of damage being done to these CT players at the moment, and Petty Skell will finish off 2 to bring a huge inevitability for this round. EnVyUs though, he's still getting kills. Can he get Petty Skell as well? No, not quite. Pretty close, but no cigar. And this is where the economy has just gone to absolute trash for the guys from Spirit. Not really a lot they can expect to do. Bit more of a stack position as they've gathered up together. Looking like the remnants of more of a standard half now that Envy have managed to get the last few. And they are starting to build up economy of their own, bear in mind, so last couple have had a decent amount of players surviving. Did lose 2 in the last round though, but this one, well, should have been clean, but already they've lost a player to the hands of Luke. It is still 4 alive, so more cash will be built up, and even when you look at the CT economy now, it's not great. They have enough for a glass cannon AWP, but the utility is going to take quite a nasty hit. It is just going to come down to the individuals, but so far that has been the shining factor of this Team Spirit Academy, is the fact that EnVyUs has been doing very well, Rummy as well, Luke having a reasonable game. It's more Nickelback and Bass that need to sort of pull their weight, and then, wow, who knows, they could be winning this in a 10-5 sort of scoreline. However, Envy have something to say about that. Am I going TSG Tour? No. Pretty sure it's tomorrow. It'd be a bit late if I was still casting tonight. I did the qualifier in Serbia, but unfortunately I didn't get invited to the lovely Greek villa, which would have been great, but Crimea River, I guess. Rummy. Quite a lot of angles to hold. It's going to fall back into the corner. Has to be a bit more wary of main, but in fact, he has support. Luke turns around. Rummy then manages to get the second, and what it is just aim duel after aim duel. And what a wonderful round from Team Spirit Academy. They just hold the line. The AWP bait gives Rummy a perfect position. And that will be 8-5. It's alright. Today they announced that the WSG thing should be in Barcelona, and I'll hopefully be getting on that one, and then I can have my son. Although it will be in November, so not quite as nice, but it's still, I've never been to Spain, so if I get on that one, that'll be cool. Hopefully I will. Luke. Head off. Lambert completely removed from the server within the first 20 seconds of the round. Some counter nades trying to clear out these remaining players, but these aren't really able to do that. Aggressive position from Bass may not be expected by Petty Scale either. He has been caught out a lot over towards this B side of the map whenever Petty's been there alone. Luke gonna be isolated. Oh, Rummy hits the dink, but it's Haji who hits it in return. There is Bass peeking out, catching Petty Scale off guard. Bass even going to throw down a bit of a late smoke, so buying even more time for this T side. Now the bomb's already rotated quite aggressively over towards the B side. The remaining players are going to do the same. Haji down to 11 HP, so he's picked up the AWP. Gives him more of a chance of actually having a decent impact. But look at this gamble. The aggression from Nickelback just giving all the information necessary to bring 3 players onto the B side. Brilliant stuff. Nade going to go down already. Bass catches 1. Can he do anything more? Doesn't matter because Luke's got his back. And a nice little bit of aggression towards the latter points of the round. Give Team Spirit Academy all the info they need. And it will be 9-5. A chance for a 10-5 half. Ts will have a buy though. Majority of them with AKs as well, so it really isn't that bad of a buy at all. Early aggression, something that they did get quite a bit of success out of. Haji is actually going to make his way forward, but already they found their first entry. Rummy gets 1, but it is just going to be a quick trade, so not anything that affects the Ts too much at this point in time. They still stick with a huge advantage, but actually Nickelback's managed to turn it as he picks up 2 and evens things up when he dies. Luke and EnVyUs versus Petty, Scale, and Lambert. These have just slowed it. They've got 1 minute 10. No rush. The more they rotate, they can sort of bait out maybe a split defense. Both in the connector, though. I quite like this from the CT side. The problem is there's no real trade probability. already, though. Did he not spot that? EnVyUs didn't see them drop. Both players have got onto the site without him realizing. And EnVyUs, because he hasn't spotted it, even thinks it's going to be A. So he's just completely missed it. His teammate's probably losing his mind. And look at how far they've got down! All the way onto oil already. It will be traded out. Luke doesn't know there's a second player there, however. Surely not going to spot it. And Lambert will get them a 9-6 half in the end. So, pretty even. A pistol win can in fact level the scoreline for EnVyUs. And going on to their CT side would be a nice little benefit to have all that extra economy. Here we go, though. Tech9 over to Bass. Don't really see the Tech9 Raid boss anymore because of the nerf. So we'll see if he's mastered the new Tech9. Can't really spam it so much anymore, but it still has that one shot to the face ability if you are calm and collected, which, being professional players, you expect them to be. Doesn't normally mean they are. There we go. 2 players over towards the B side of the map, just maybe making a little bit of noise as they can still duck back down. And if you look at the fact that Luke currently lining his smoke up towards the site itself. I'm raining down. Probably smoke off towards Jack's position. Actually going to smoke off a little bit closer so they can cross over. Already quite a bit of damage done. 1 player lost. Looking to see if there'll be a trade. It will. Nickelback pushes out. Catches Lambert. But Hadji turns. Doesn't quite manage a second. And Luke should be able to trade this fairly easily. But now he's the only one left alive. And nice shot from VKL to finish. 9-7. EnVyUs do get themselves the pistol round. So whoever said, spoiler alert, they're going to lose it. You're wrong. And now we get... It's going to be quite a hefty SMG purchase. Will we get another rifle on petty scale, or... No. Actually going to see 4 SMGs. Oh, come on. Nobody wants just you. You're going to lose game sound for a sec, just while I ban this guy. What a knob. What an absolute knob. Nice bit of extra damage already done early on. Back gets the first. Jax is there to trade, and well, he's doing work at the moment with that MP9. However, Romy will be able to even things up once again. VKL, MP9 King. Hadji with another. Now it's looking bleak for Luke. Only has a scout. A couple of players are low, so he does actually have a chance if he can hit the tags. Problem is, he's also just a couple of bullets away from death, even from the SMG. The FAMAS even less so. Gotta be careful as well, because there's a player just waiting in case he decides to rotate. Does expect it. Petty Scout... Well, it would have to be a headshot to finish him off in 1. And with aim punch and, well, even just instant death if he misses. The other thing is, as well, is saving in this situation isn't really an option, so now he looks to push in. And Hadji's there to close. 9-8. Next round should be a freebie for this CT side. Who do you think will win this game? I'm actually going. I think EnVyUs on the CT side. I think they should be able to close this out now. It's a very close game though, and I know that there's a lot of talented individuals, at least on the T side. I think just CIS teams thrive on the T side more so than on the CT. I feel like there's a lot of communication issues in those sort of countries, but when you look at like just raw aim potential and talent, that's where you see the CIS teams really thrive. Rummy, he'll say thank you very much. Free kill. Molotov as well. Only an SMG picked up, so not anything too worrying. Hello, Vodge. Vodge Taz. I'm guessing it's pronounced as a V because that looks like it's a Polish name, right? Maybe wrong. Nice little run and gun around with the SMGs. Of course, no armor on any of these players. Oh, Haji is getting a little bit close for comfort with you. Okay, Haji will survive. 2 HP in a dream. And now the scoreline evens up 9-9. Or no to no if you're German. This is where things get a little bit fairer. T-side have themselves the rifles. CT's actually going to keep a couple of the MP9s, so I'm expecting a bit of aggression out here from them. He's looking to try and get some control of Ivy, using quite a lot of utility, and they don't have that much of it to spare. So they need to net something from this spot. Lambert has gone on top of the train to give himself a better angle over any smokes they want to throw. But there we go. The SMG hurting them already as the aggression does not pay off. What can Lambert do? First goes his way. Has a little bit of support from Jax as well, but it is only trades at the moment as we sit back in a 3v3. Jax still aggressively push. Will catch out another, and he knows that there's a player waiting in pop as well. EnVyUs can't do anything from this position, and it is going to leave onto Bass in a 1v3. Looking like the first firearm will be going the way of EnVyUs. And more importantly, there's some free weapons to be had as well, which is even better. Yeah, no, I will not be ESG. I should be doing the WSG stuff because a lot of it is... How'd you get into CSGO casting? I got into CSGO casting by applying for it on some dodgy website called... I think it was like esports jobs. And just ended up casting anything I could get for free for a few months. And then eventually somebody gave me a job. I even casted a game of NATO Sapphics doing MM. That was one of the first things I ever casted. Either way, a lot of smokes thrown in, looking like a bit of a bait and switch as they try and throw a couple of players out pop. They may just try and get themselves a bomb down B. Intriguing strategy, but Jack's aggression may be what deters a lot of the players. Petty Scale looking like he wants to rotate, and this could work out. They are trying to get the bomb down. Let's be honest, you did another type of casting. Let's not talk about that. That's in the past. Petty Scale doesn't get baited in, though. Always important that you leave an extra player. A lot of the time, you see players over-rotate. If you have 4 players on A, nobody dies, and you rotate, that is just being kill hungry. I know nothing about Dota 2. Absolutely nothing. I would, when I watch that game, I refer to it as magical shit. Like, that is my grasp of Dota 2. So, I cannot help you. I don't wish Anomaly casted this, because then I wouldn't have a job. Either way. 5v5. Not for long. Rummy gets the entry. Jax with a double trade. He's been doing great work in these aggressive positions so far. Flashbang goes out. He even gets a third. And gives a man advantage over. Make that even further as Lambert still continues with this AWP. Hasn't had a huge impact, but is starting to rise on this CT side. Has to be careful. The last man's behind him, trying to pre-fire the angle. But it won't matter because Lambert's got the trusty P250. If you killed 3 of your teammates, that means you get banned from the server, right? Back to pistols once again for the T side. Not really been doing a lot of damage in the last few rounds either, which means that the CT side economy has built up quite effectively. And, well, that's the worrying thing when a team like EnVyUs get rolling. A lot of the time they're quite difficult to stop. Rush out. Gonna be EnVyUs leading the charge, trying to continue his CT side prowess. Doesn't quite manage the second. Petty Scale with the headshots. Can he get himself another? Not quite. Hadji is there, though. And the bomb is so far behind. Are they actually going to try and background to A? There's nobody on the site. Lambert holding in case they rotate. In fact, they're not rotating towards you, Lambert. They're rotating to get the bomb down. In fact, is Romy actually going to peek this? Just hold the angle, Romy. Make the smart choice. Romy, oh, he left completely blind, gets jumped. Now Luke is left to try and defend the bomb. They have done some damage. Can he do anything more? Spamming, Lambert caught with his pants down, gets the first, but Hadji repositions. And it will be a 13th round now, but extra bomb plant, loads more money than needed for this T side. They'll have everything they want, could even get an AWP on every single player. Thank you. Is it Piavon? I'm going to go with Piavon. Thank you. Try my best. I would say that there should be another level of casting where I'm a little bit more exciting. But I still have a cold, and I'm going to moan about it because I'm a man, and I have man flu. That's how this works. No such thing as woman flu, because they get on with it. And I'm a man, so I moan. Title is wrong. Yep, probably. Romy? Just about. This caster is sick in more ways than one. 4v4. A lot of damage done into Romy already. Out of all the casts, I'm the first person to get it right. That is the first time that's ever happened, because I normally get every single name wrong ever. Just like Blue Ski Brings. Yes. It was actually harder to read your name wrong. EnVyUs. Oh, the flash is perfect, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't need sight. Just takes the head off anyway. I'm gonna... Oh, your name must be Circeum, right? If it's Kirkium, then... Ugh. VKL will be able to turn the tide back into a 2v2, but they've over-rotated. There's only going to be one man here. Hadji. Lambert has rotated in time, the lineup, but not quite. VKL, the only one left, has the AWP. Romy low, still from the beginning. Doesn't have much utility. Does have a smoke. Easy kill, nice one tap. Will he check behind him? No, no, he won't. Romy finally gets them around on this T side, but with one man surviving. This is gonna hurt. Oh, your name looks horrible. It's either the V-Lunts or Thevi-Lunts. Or Thievy-Lunts. Either way, that's hard to read. Both sides with a bye, at least for this round. But the reset is looming. I don't think you can kill 9 players in one round, because if you kill 3 on your own team, you get banned, and that would mean that you only killed 8. There you go. How many hours do I have? Like 3,500 or something like that? Here we go. D push coming in. Hadji holds the line on the first. Petty Scale gets wrecked. EnVyUs again. But Lambert at least turns the tide before They actually have to go for this retake. Still a man holding from behind. Molotov onto the site will have Nickelback moving. EnVyUs low on HP as well, and actually runs into a second Molotov. Down goes Nickelback, and it's all on Romy. 1 versus 3. Nobody on the bomb yet. Does get a first, but he's so low on HP that VKL can comfortably trade a bomb plant with a little bit of extra cash. That's something at least. But it's still going to be 14 rounds to 10. And EnVyUs going to be left. Not EnVyUs, Team Spirit Academy are going to be left struggling. It's pronounced like violence. Violence. Okay. Why Dragonlord's so expensive? Because it is one of the rarest guns in the game, and it's pretty. I think that's pretty much it. Same with knives. They're rare and they're pretty. Most of them are pretty. Scorched daggers are not pretty. Blech. Scorched anything is not pretty. I like the Medusa more as well, actually. Someone wants to buy me one. There you go. Here we go. Pushing from the T side already. Petty Skell in the corner. He switched his position. Has support from Lambert as well. Does run out of bullets, but he's still got his P2K to help him out along the way. And while Remy will take his head off at least, but it's going to be 15 to 10. Casters shouldn't bet on games they cast. I have not bet on this game, and I don't bet at all. I do like the Poseidon as well, but I don't really like the A4 anymore. 15 to 10. Oh god. They've popped down to their local charity shop. They've said, hey, you got any guns? And the lady went, yep, give us all your cash and I'll give you what we got. They've got 3 Deagles, a MAC-10, and a UMP to try and save themselves versus the bombardment of this CT defense. And already, Petty Skell starts things off on the B side. He has been a rock over on that side of the map. Playing it most of the time solo. What do the T's do? Thank you, Ekamin. Bass. Trying to sneak. Can't. He's stuck. Already they've lost Luke. Smoke still holding them in. A second flash is perfect. VKL with a comfortable first and a second as well. Nickelback. He's Nickelbacked out of the server by the looks of things. What an anticlimactic way to end the game. 16 to 10. EnVyUs will take their second victory, I think, as well on this Hellcase Cup. They beat Pride before on Cobblestone, so they've got off to a pretty damn good start. If you did enjoy things, you can, of course, check me out on Twitter by typing !caster. Yes, I'm a sellout. Deal with it. And we'll be back after a short break with iGame versus the Academy once again. It's going to be Team Spirit coming back once more.